Question number 2 on the mailbag. This is from the Shark. So blast from the past. Is this the Shark? The actual Shark?
This is the Shark. Yes.
All right, Shark. Dynasty League. He's got a quick question here. Cook or Mixon? Of course, we're talking about Dalvin Cook or Joe Mixon. Rookies coming in. What do you think, Wolf?
Right, so he has the 3rd pick in his dynasty draft, and obviously it goes McCaffrey, Fournette, whatever order you want to put those two. And this question has gotten a lot trickier. If you asked me this maybe 2 weeks ago, I would have said it's Mixon, no doubt. I love the talent of Mixon. I think Cincinnati's a juicier overall offense. I would have said it's Mixon. That being said, since then, and this is dynasty, so you do have to consider the long-term game too. But since then, Cook's just been absolutely shining in camp. Murray's been hurt. They're saying Cook's kind of cemented himself as the featured back. Maybe he'll have Murray as a goal line vulture. But overall, they're saying 300 touches for Cook. We're going to get into a segment 3 up, 3 down, but preview, Cook is one of the 3 ups. He's absolutely flown up my board. I had him at RB 33. Now he's all the way up at RB 21. I mean, he's flying up my board. He's looking great in practice. They're saying he's great in the receiving game, just dump offs after dump offs, fitting Pat Shurmur's scheme very well in terms of the quick strike attack and the passing game, the inside zone read game. He's doing great too. And then you consider this. So we think long term now, the Bengals signed Gio Bernard last year to a 3-year extension, so he's going to be there till 2020. So he's going to be eating receiving work. As good as Mixon is as a pass catcher, Bernard's going to have a role. They didn't pay him a 3-year extension just to let him rot on the bench when he's a very good pass catcher himself in Bernard. Now, Hill's going to be gone at the end of this year. He's an unrestricted free agent. I can't imagine they pick up his 5th option. So that's one person removed, and that gives Mixon an inside track to the goal line work, to the early down carries. That's a really sexy situation for Mixon next year. Cook, on the other hand, Murray's also signed to a 3-year deal, but it's realistically just a 1-year deal with a 2nd and 3rd year option from the team. So it was a smart deal by them. And I imagine if Cook's showing as good as he is and that carries over to the regular season, they're not going to want to pay $6 million for Murray just to have a goal line vulture role. So I know this is just a bunch of information all at once, but when you look at that, I feel like Cook has the clearer path to just true 3-down horse ability as early as this year and definitely as soon as next year. Whereas Mixon, it's a little bit shakier. Definitely this year his value is a little bit shakier. Long term, you don't know how involved Bernard's going to be. Maybe the team does pick up Hill. There's already talk that Hill's going to be the starter this year, which I think is bogus and just motivational ploy. But I just think everything around Cook is just a lot clearer. And if you're going round 3, I know you said you needed a starter running back this year. I think Cook's going to give you the better bang for your buck this year, and he has just as high, if not a higher long-term ceiling. So Cook's the guy today.